Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video let's learn how to paint three easy and yet very simple birthday cards that anyone can make using watercolors. So I'm using my watercolors, and for the card I'm using my watercolor paper, and I have a mixing palette as well. This is a ceramic palette, and I have my water, pencil and few brushes and a black gel pen also to give more doodling effects to the card. And let's begin with the first card. So I'm using a magenta color, and in this card we are going to create a cake using different colors. So I'm going to use these rectangular shapes that represents the cake tier, and I'm going to use different colors for that. So first I've used magenta, then I'm using a scarlet red, and furthermore I am going to use an Indian yellow, which is orange shade, and a yellow. And as you can see, these tiers, these colors are mixing in together because I'm not actually waiting for the first one to dry, because I want a merged look in this cake. So I want this little mixing to happen actually. So yeah, and the top one is the yellow color, and I'm going to add three tiny little candles on the top, for which I'm using the same orange color, the same Indian yellow color, and I'm going to make the flames with the yellow color. And then I am going to add some more details with the pen. This is a black gel pen of 1 mm of thickness. It's a really good pen, in case if you want to add more details like this. And I'm just adding little frill detail on each tier of the cake. And I'm going to give some details on the candles. And in case your paint is still wet, you can let it dry. I forgot to check that. So in case you have a bleeding, you can use a tissue paper and just pick the color that has bleeded. Lastly, I'm going to add the text happy birthday. You can add whatever text you want to add, and I'm just using the same black gel pen to write the text. After everything has dried, we will erase the extra pencil lines that we might see. This is the final look of our first easy and simple birthday card. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's move to the next one. In this, we are going to make a sweet little birthday cupcake, for which I'm going to use this brown shade to create the cupcake paper, the liner, cupcake liner. And I'm just going to draw a few lines, ziggled and wrinkled lines, and then I'm using the same color. I'll just use a little bit of this magenta mixed with brown to create a very pastel pinkish shade for the icing of the cupcake. I do not want very vibrant pink icing, so I have mixed a little bit of brown to um, make it into a pastel shade. And very loosely I'm going to create cloudy lines for the cupcake icing. And I'm going to use the same color and add a little bit in the cupcake liner as well, and I'm leaving some white spaces in the cupcake liner to give more highlighted and shadowed effect. Lastly, I'm going to add little more pigment in the icing at random places and let it dry completely. After it has completely dried, I'm just going to add little more details of these cupcake sprinklers in the shape of heart. So I'm using the same magenta color to give these details. Finally, it's time to add more details with the black gel pen, and I'm adding little um, you know breaky lines to give some effect in the cupcake liner, and I'm going to add a black border on this particular card. And then finally I'm going to add the text, whatever text you want to add. I'm going to write a happy birthday. You can use any font for that as well. I always use a pencil to actually write the text before I use in my marker or the pen, because I want to be sure that the text is going to look good according to the space that I have on the card. This is the second card, and I actually find it very cute. A very tiny cupcake with a happy birthday text. It looks so beautiful. Now let's move on to the last card, which is the third card, for which I'm going to just create a birthday present in the center of the card, and for which I'm going to use a wet on wet technique, which means I'm going to paint a square just with water. I'm wetting the paper, and then I'm going to add pigments and let them get mixed at the random places. I'm adding the violet color now, and then I will be adding the magenta pigment so that it gives very beautiful mixed kind of effect. This is my favorite part of any card. I like to sprinkle watercolor all over, and then I'm going to add few details for the square to look as a present. And I'm going to add a little tiny bow on the top, adding some ribbon lines, and then finally I'm going to add the happy birthday text. And this is our third card for happy birthday cards. It's very cute. And if you enjoyed this video and find it helpful, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.